Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our fall webinar series, where we will introduce you to 8 different international universities. Over the next several weeks, we will be hearing directly from these universities about their programs, admissions processes, and everything in between. This morning, I'm happy to have a representative from Salzburg College with us, who will introduce us to the wonderful programs that are available for students to pursue a variety of different academic paths. This webinar is organized by Global College Advisors, and you will hear more about GCA in just a moment. Before we dive into the presentation, I want to mention a few housekeeping items. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A function instead of the chat. We will have a Q&A session after the presentation, and we will answer all your questions then. Therefore, it will be much easier for the presenters to get to your questions if you put them into the Q&A. Finally, this webinar is being recorded, and we plan on posting the video on our YouTube channel later on. So please hop over to the Global College Advisors YouTube channel and check there if you would like to rewatch some of the information that has been shared today. With that, let's move into some introductions. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Cornelia Betschart-Fortes, the founder of Global College Advisors, also GCA in short. We connect students with universities all over the world, including the United States. Global College Advisors provides personalized college consulting and helps students explore both US and international options to find the best academic and financial fit. From college research to application strategy, we are here to support students every step of the way. Today, we will hear about Salzburg College. It's a small private institution that provides international education programs in the American academic tradition of the liberal arts. I'm excited for you all to learn about the different programs available for students at Salzburg College. And with that, let me introduce our speaker for today. We were supposed to be having 2 speakers, so that's why you see 2 names on the slide, but one is still trying to get there via the Austrian freeways. So we only have Molly with us, but let me introduce both so just everyone knows who Phoebe Mayer is also. She is the managing director of Salzburg College and plans and coordinates all practical aspects of the Salzburg College programs and works closely with Salzburg College partners and affiliates. She makes sure that the study experience meets students and partner institutions' individual needs and expectations. Phoebe is an Austrian and American citizen who was educated at universities on both continents. So she's therefore well prepared to support students in their new culture and environment. And then we have Molly Clausen with us, and she will guide us through the presentation today. She's originally from Ohio. Molly is the program's manager at Salzburg College, and she works closely with faculty and students to establish a personalized academic program that is tailored to each student. Students can count on her as their academic and personal advisor throughout their studies at Salzburg College. Having moved from the US, she's enjoying what life has to offer in Austria, and you can find her skiing or hiking in the Austrian Alps in her free time. So welcome, Molly. I will stop sharing my screen now, and Molly, please go ahead and take it from here. It's all yours. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Cornelia, for inviting me to be able to speak on behalf of Salzburg College. So before I get into a little bit about Salzburg College and who we are, the first question I always like to answer is why? Why Salzburg? Why Austria? I could speak for hours on this. And I mean, there's reasons why that I've moved here after being here. I have fallen in love with the place for the reasons that are listed here, partially due because of the rich cultural heritage, the stunning natural beauty. Salzburg is located in the valley surrounded by the Alps. And you can see it in the picture here with the fortress and the mountains in the background. This is your daily view in Salzburg. We offer high quality private education. It's a central European location. Salzburg is situated in the heart of Europe. Austria is bordered by 8 countries, so a lot of great opportunities to be able to easily travel. It's a very safe and student-friendly environment. There are multiple universities in Salzburg, so a large international and student population here, and a multilingual environment. Little bit of background history about us. We were founded in 1971, primarily only as a study abroad program. And since then, we have now developed and added more programs since study abroad. So we're a very small private institution. We take up to a maximum of 50 students. So this is how I'll get into how we can offer that small, private, tailored instruction. All of our classes are taught in English, except for any German classes you may take. We offer integrated and experiential learning. So this is one of our main focuses. We talk about Salzburg being the campus, not the building where the lectures are, but the city itself is the campus, full of so much architecture and history in it. And so we do everything we can to get you out into the city and exploring the city and the surrounding areas and taking what you're learning in the classroom and applying that in a practical way. We focus on cultural and social immersion. You gain personal support from staff. Where I said there's very small. There's 3 of us here in the office: me, Phoebe, and Marina. And because then of our small institution that we keep mentioning, we can talk with you one-on-one. We meet with you constantly throughout the semester to ensure that the program is going the way that you want it to go, and that it continues to go in the way that you want it to go. And to ensure then also that you then graduate on your scheduled time that you're planning on. The programs that we offer then, I told you we were originally study abroad, but now we've also then expanded to offering our degrees program, and then we also have some pathway programs. And so I will touch on all of these, but my main focus will be on the degree portion. For the study abroad programs, there's multiple ones that we offer, including semester programs. So for fall, spring, or summer, for 1 or 2 semesters. We also offer internship programs, which can happen during any of our semesters. You're welcome to come and do an internship program. No German language is required, so that no worries there. You can focus in on anything that you want. Phoebe, I think, does a phenomenal job of helping you to find placements in whichever field you are interested in. We also offer summer programs, so these are our short-term summer sessions. And then there's a study and sports program, specifically, typically for football, American football, and soccer. And then there's also faculty-led programs. The pathway programs that we offer, we have what's called a college preparation program. This one specifically is for international students wanting to get into a U.S. university, specifically those that need to get their English level up. So it's a high intensive English language learning and some cultural classes and stuff to help, a 2-semester program to help you prepare to be able to prepare for that SAT, ACT if needed to get into then an American university. The other one that we offer is a university preparation program. This one specifically is for students trying to get into a German or Austrian university who need to get their German level then up to par, either a B1 or a B2 level, to be able to enter into a program that they need. And then an expat bridge program, and this is for expats currently living here to help get into the culture and get their German language learning up. Okay. I just want to move. There we go. Now I'm going to get into our degree programs. The degree is a newer thing that we have added in the last recent years, and I think what a lot of you are looking here for. And so I'm super excited to talk about what we can offer here. 3 options here. We offer the University Transfer Program. This is equivalent of an AA. So this is up to 60 credit hours with the intent then that you'll then transfer to another university where you'll then choose a major of your choice to finish out a degree. We offer here a full bachelor's, which is the Bachelor of General Studies, concentrated in economics, communication, and cultures. And then if you are one that's already graduated, you can come for a short session in Salzburg to earn a graduate certificate. To get into a little bit about our university transfer program, again, this is earning up to a maximum of 60 credit hours. You can stay for the full 60 or do less and then transfer back to another university. The option is yours. Courses that we offer for this within this program are within general studies, business economics courses, communication, international studies, German, arts, and music. Options then for private art or music instruction. There's art history classes, music history classes, theory classes, photography, studio productions are all a part of within those realms of things that we offer. Also, along with the university transfer program, you have an option for an internship. Okay. And building off from that, which you would start with, which the university transfer program essentially hits a lot of those general education requirements, right? So getting a degree in the US, whatever your pathway may be, you always have a certain amount of general education requirements that you have to have. English courses, math courses, humanities credits, certain sciences, things like that. And so the university transfer program can cover all of those gen eds, and that's why that's that pre-year before you can then choose later to focus on in a different major. If you want to continue, though, your entire studies with us, again, we do a general studies focus in economics, communication, and culture. The benefits of this program is that you earn US credits and a degree site in Salzburg, Austria, with, again, US credits. So we partner with Northern Illinois University. This is your school of record and where your final transcript then will come from. Anybody, for those that then maybe transfer to another university, again, your transcript comes from Northern Illinois University. Benefits, though, of being here, then we have both US and European faculty. Our classes are small, but yet still affordable tuition. I will go into the tuition prices and fees and the breakdown later. Our language instruction, again, is English. We offer a unique interdisciplinary approach. It's a very condensed intercultural program. The goal is to prepare you for the global workspace. And so what better way to do that than being in another country, exposed to a different culture, surrounded by international people and international opportunities that you get while being abroad, and a very flexible curriculum and transfer credits. Again, because we're so small, we can tailor a lot of things to offer which classes is it that you need. Do you want arts classes? Do you need some music classes? Whatever it may be, as long as it's within our realms, we do our best, again, to make sure that we sit down together and work out a plan. And I meet with you every semester to ensure that plan is held. What can we do? What can we offer you next semester? And make sure that you are getting in the types of classes that you want. Okay. To highlight this and to cap on the things that I haven't touched yet so far, and to kind of see both programs here together. I mentioned before that we're a very compact program. What I mean by compact is that you can complete that first 60 credit hours in a 16-month program, or do our entire degree program in a 32-month program. This is less than 3 years. We do that by doing 3 semesters per year: a fall semester, spring semester, and then a summer semester. And I'm going to compact it even more and say that currently the way our schedule is structured is that a semester lasts 13 weeks with a 1-week fall break or spring break in between that. And then between, like, for example, the fall semester and the spring semester, students have about 8 weeks off. So currently our semester ends the very end of November. And the next semester for spring does not start until the very end of January. So it's a great opportunity then for students then to go back home to visit family if so choose, or to stay here and find a job. For those that love skiing and everything, then come here and enjoy the Alps and the ski culture that is here. It's so easy to get out to the mountains and enjoy all the Christmas markets during those times. After the spring semester, students again have another about 2 weeks before their summer programs start, which runs much differently with only courses that are lasting 2 weeks at a time on site. But again, then about another 2 months off after that summer session ends. And it typically also, it is then in the summer where students in the UTP or the B.G.S program would complete an internship. Okay, so before completing your UTP program, the university transfer, you have the option to complete one international internship. And for the bachelor's, it is a part of your curriculum in which you'll complete 2 different internships while here. Again, we help you and give you aid. We do have a prep class for that where we help you understand the Austrian market, get your resumes and everything up to date, and help guide you then into the job market. So to help to get into your internship. The other thing that we do is very academic and experiential learning. As listed in the UTP, it's also part of our B.G.S program. By experiential learning, again, this is, I think, very unique to our program, and one of the things that I think is a major highlight, especially when talking in terms of general education requirements that you may have to take. Because our classes are structured, many of them are structured in what we call a 40-30-30 learning format. What this means is that out of all of the hours that you are needed to be in class, 40% of the time you are in class in a lecture hall, in a discussion-based seminar setting. 30% of the time you are out on excursions, and the other 30% of the time is your online and independent work. Excursions to classes could be things such as, yesterday I brought a group of students to Munich, and so they had learned about Munich and the history in their class, and so we went out to Munich. We also go to Vienna as one of the excursions, going to different museums within Salzburg. If you're in art classes, there's a million things to see in terms of churches, checking out the architecture, art museums, art galleries. It is the city of music, so tons of opportunities for all of the music classes to go out and experience firsthand concerts, to meet people, to network. And the list goes on and on for all the different types of excursions that we do. Again, this idea of getting you out of the classroom. Just to speak from personal experience of when you're in those large lecture halls and taking freshman classes that every freshman needs to take, it's oftentimes that you're in classrooms of 100, 200 people when you're in these large universities, and you never know the professor's name. They may not know your name. If you show up or not, nobody knows. Hopefully you show up to pass the exam. And it takes away that personal atmosphere that we offer here. Because we are so small, we see you every day. We ensure you're at class. We ensure that we're keeping you on track. And again, we're trying to get you out and exploring. And we encourage travel greatly and leave the weekends open for you to go out and travel on the weekends and integrate the whole cultural experience of what you're learning, whether it be an actual excursion from us or what you go and find on your own. Everything is a learning experience. The next thing then is for the UTP program, you're well prepared then to transfer into any US Bachelor program or into a European university. Again, these are covering your gen eds that you would have had to take anyways, and so now you can go and declare a major. So typically, by the time you're in your 3rd year, or after 60 credit hours, you need to declare a major. And so we have already gotten you through all of your gen eds, giving you a rigorous academic courses and schedule, and now you can take all that you've learned and transfer then to any other university in the US. Again, the transfer credits come from NIU, so there is no problem there when it comes to transferring. We also offer intensive German language and cultural instruction. This goes for both programs. I think the German courses are great as they're taught by native Austrian speakers. They're very interactive, very involved, really helping you to neatly get into it and to speak a lot. And for the students that I was recently talking to have talked about how this is the best language learning experience that they've had so far because of, I think, for one, the small classes help to be able to have a more personal dialogue with the teacher who continues in German and is very supportive here when learning the language. You also, again, have the opportunity to earn an internship credit to have on your resume and everything to bring back with you before transferring to another university. If you continue with us, though, essentially the whole degree program, or B.G.S, basically builds on top of the UTP. You basically do the UTP, and then you continue then your next 4 semesters with us. You can earn up to a German level of a B2. Again, as I said, you take 2 internships, and then you end your degree with us by completing a bachelor's thesis, or essentially doing what we call a capstone project. Most students build their capstone project based off of what they do for their second internship. Possible minors that are included with this B.G.S program are economics, communication, German, and global studies. Right. That's all the information so far that I have about our programs and what we offer. And then the next questions that always come is, okay, housing. What does that look like? Currently, we have a student residence living cooperation partner. They're called the Salzburg Lehrhaus. There's a picture listed there below. This location, I think, is great. It's your walking distance to the college, to the city and everything, but it's in a little more peaceful location, a huge outdoor space. Currently, it is 323 euros per month for a 10-month contract, going from September to June, with the option to extend it over the summertime if you choose to stay, especially for internship opportunities. That is with no meals included. They do offer also half board or full board options, so students can also get that included, as they have a full cafeteria and kitchen staff there. The other option outside of then the Lehrhaus is that host families are also an option. Homestays typically are around $700 to $800 a month. This includes meals, breakfast, and dinner, though we do not typically offer host stay options for freshmen. Okay, so this would be starting in your sophomore or junior year is often when we could recommend that. And then the other option is also independent living. We have also plenty of students that choose to find their own place to live, and that is completely fine. So the options are there, and we're willing to help in any kind of way when it comes to help with coordinating. We are here for any questions, and when it comes to what housing is like, and again, here is our recommendations of what we can offer. Admissions. To be admitted, you need to apply to both Salzburg College and Northern Illinois University. Okay, you need to meet the admission requirements of Northern Illinois University, and they are a test-free admission school. What this means is, for Northern Illinois, they have a guaranteed acceptance for general admission for anybody that has a 3.0 or higher GPA. If your GPA is below that, it is completely okay. You can still get in, because they believe in the fact that a test does not define you. And so you go through what's called their holistic review process, where you'll interview and talk with them in order to be able to gain admission. If you do think that this is the right program for you and you are wanting to apply, it is important that you please first apply to Salzburg College first. After your initial application is in with us, we will guide you and direct you to Northern Illinois, okay, to help make that process smooth and get you in contact with the right person. So hopefully it goes smoothly and flawlessly. Our application deadlines for the fall semester is already passed. That was back in July 15th. We are open and available yet for the spring semester and still accepting applications all the way until November 15th. And for the summer semester, if you want to start then, the deadline is March 15th. Now for a look at our tuition and fees, okay? This currently is a calculation for the fall semester, but this would also be what it would look like for your spring semester and for the summer semester. And then starting next fall is when maybe there'll be changes made as we change our tuition based on in collaboration with NIUs. So currently we have an academic transcript fee. This is for NIU, 600 euros that has to be paid every semester. There is Austrian student health and liability insurance. We highly recommend that all the students get. This includes everything here. So you are fully covered. When you go to a doctor's, there are no co-pays. So you're covered for everything, normal sickness, getting injured, hopefully that doesn't happen. You're fully covered. And I think it's a great price for student insurance. If you are taking an online course with NIU, so you will have to take a few online courses with NIU. And so for when you take one, it is 150. Normally they're kind of spread out, trying to spread them out for about one online course a semester. Your student ID, and then the last thing for your the credit hour tuition. And so it is 395 euros per credit hour. Currently, typically what is recommended is doing 15 credit hours. So if you continue on 15 credit hours for all the semesters, you'll graduate then on time. Okay. Financial aid, we accept GI Bill, any other veteran benefits that you may get are all accepted through us. And again, because we then are in partnership with a US university, any FAFSA financial aid that you receive after applying for FAFSA can also be used and applied, and that gets applied directly through NIU. And I encourage students always, there are so many scholarship opportunities out there, at least in the US, writing essays or whatever it may be. So when you apply for scholarships, and if you can gain them through in the US, by all means, those can also be applied through NIU. Optional activities and offerings, I mentioned already, we do a lot of excursions that are integrated and mandatory as part of your classes, but then we also like to offer other options where we help guide you and bring you along to other places to see what else is all out there. Things that we have offered have been hiking, biking, canyoning. I actually just did this today with a group of students. You can see a picture actually of from the canyoning experience. This was a total fun, a lot of highlights. Again, I mentioned Salzburg and all the nature and stuff around there. So much to do outdoors. Canyoning, a true highlight. Skiing, half the year is open to skiing. It's the first ski resorts. It opens up already here. I think October 6th is when the ski season officially starts, where the pass can be used going up to the glaciers. Austrian cuisine, so cooking apple strudels or Christmas cookie baking are included. University sports offerings, and the list goes on and on. Simply ask, okay? Anytime students come to us and they say, hey, I have an interest in this, do you know where I can find this or that? We're here to help and guide you and give you those recommendations. And just to end it a little bit, here is a highlight of just kind of looking at some of our past students. You can see the different events, excursions that maybe they have been on, the opportunities of where they've gotten to travel, going to the weekly markets, cheese making, bread making, cuisines, our music students that have opportunities for recitals, biking in the city, Red Bull, a big thing here in Salzburg. So a lot of opportunities. And so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for giving me this time to speak. I appreciate you all listening and for being a part of this. And I will then give it back over to Cornelia. Oh, I need to stop sharing my screen now. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for this wonderful presentation, Molly. This was awesome. I'm really amazed by the variety of programs that you guys offer. That's such a great opportunity for so many students. So let's see. So while we're moving into the Q&A, you guys can feel free to take a screenshot of Phoebe's and Molly's contact information so you can get a hold of them if you have more specific follow-up questions. Let me see if we have any in the, let me see, Q&A. So I'm not seeing any questions that haven't been answered during the presentation, but I actually have a few questions for you. Let me see. So you mentioned, and I just wanted to clarify this because I didn't know that you guys offer that. So you offer the FAFSA, that kids basically can not offer the FAFSA, but I mean, you offer that kids can take their FAFSA grants and loans. So it's not only the loans, but they can actually take the grants and whatever scholarships they got through the federal funding. They can take that with them and use it in
Correct.
Europe.
It can all be applied, and it's applied then directly through NIU. So essentially it's set through there, and that's where it's accepted from. So yes, FAFSA 100%. Fill it out, use it. It can be applied.
Yeah, so that's really great, I think, because oftentimes for other European schools, you can just tap into the FAFSA loan, right? But not the scholarships or so. So that's really great. Then let me see. Let's see. I had another question here regarding. Oh yeah, so regarding the costs, what you had on the slide, that is the semester cost, then, right? Like the 7,000,
Correct.
whatever is the semester cost without the housing.
Correct.
What are we looking at in terms of housing cost? Do you have kind of like a ballpark
So
that you
for
can
like
give us?
example, the Lehrer House, where we recommend our students to go, is $323 a month, and that's for up to a 10-month contract.
Okay.
That's without meals. But again, students have the opportunity if they wanted to add meals onto that, to add that extra fee. And I'm not exactly sure what that is. It all depends on if you get a half board or a full board. But that's where we're kind of a roundabout of what we're looking at.
Okay, perfect. Well, that gives us some kind of an idea. So that's good to know. And you said you obviously help with all the little steps to get over to Austria. Is that also, does it include also the visa process? I know US students, they can initially come over and then start the process, I think just by going to the Bürgeramt or something like that, like the citizen, what is it called? Like the immigration office or something like that over there, right?
Yeah. No, great question. Yeah. So as an American citizen, you can freely enter into Europe and freely come to Austria for 90 days on a tourist visa. So just by having an American passport, you can get into the country, no problem. And then when you're here during that first week, we help you fill out all the paperwork and everything that you need for the visa office to get what's called a residence permit to be able to live here for the entire year. So I help you fill out the forms, give you all the information of what you need, and then bring you to the visa office also to ensure that problem is smooth, and then you're good to go.
Perfect. Well, that's great to know, I think. So regarding the internships, you mentioned that shortly too. So obviously two are a requirement, and you are helping them to find find some kind of positions, or is it more just you prepare them in terms of that they can interview or whatever, and they have to find them on their own, or do you have connections?
A little bit of both. We've been doing this for a long time, or Phoebe's been doing this for a long time and has a lot of connections. So when students come in and they say, I'm interested in, I'm studying right now communications, I'm studying finance, I'm studying computer programming and AI, or art, whatever it may be, oftentimes she might already have some contacts or connections and make suggestions to the students of, hey, here's a suggestion. Shall I reach out and see if we can get something started here or check out these places? So it's a mix of asking students to also do your own research and see what is around, what are you interested, also our recommendations of where we know we have connections. And then you also do an entire like prep course and everything that Phoebe runs, teaches, and will help you out when it comes to prepping for everything that you need for in terms of how the resumes here look, how to prepare for the interview, and how a European interview may run. So some of these things are maybe different from how maybe for those that maybe have experienced it from what it may be in the US. And so yeah. So if a student comes and says, hey, I know Red Bull's here, or I know this place is here and I really want to try to get in here, we will let you know of what we think, how we can help in any kind of way.
That's really awesome. In regards to, so for example, if a student wants to study film or so not so much into like arts and design, but more kind of really actively filmmaking, do you have something in that direction too to help them guide
Yeah,
through?
definitely. I think that something in that direction, I think, is a great opportunity within the university transfer program, because the gen eds and stuff would still need to be applied. But then because we offer photography, and then after photography, we also have an intro to studio productions. It's actually one of my favorite classes and tends to be one of the students where we work right next door to us, FS1. This is a TV station right next to us, and they teach this course. Students get to go over and use their studio, so they get real hands-on studios from professionals at a live studio where you learn how to do interviews, make videos, and make all those editing courses. And we've also offered then kind of a graphic designs class also to like follow up. It's been offered. And so I think at least within those realms that we have I feel like a few great offerings along with some of the other gen eds that could be done before then maybe transferring to follow up and finish.
Perfect. That sounds great. And then I think that's my last question then. Do you have any high school summer programs?
We
Available?
do actually. We just started this. We now have a high school dual enrollment program. We just had our first student last summer. So this is an opportunity for juniors and seniors to earn up to, you can earn up to a maximum of 12 credit hours. So you can come up during the summer and take 2 courses in the first summer and your junior year, and then take another 2 courses during the summer in your senior year. And then you'll get a transcript again from NIU that you can apply to, whether you continue with us or whatever university that you may choose. You now have up to 12 credit hours that you can also transfer into.
So perfect. Well, I'm glad you guys are offering a high school summer program as well. So that's really great. Perfect. So I don't see any other questions, and I asked you all mine. So thank you so much again for giving us this wonderful presentation here. And so I think I will close out the webinar. So just for everyone who joined us a bit later, please know that the webinar has been recorded, and we will post it on our Global College Advisors YouTube channel later on this month. Molly, again, thank you so much for this fantastic presentation. I learned so much, and I really appreciate that you could make the time today to be with us. I know it's already later in the evening over there in Austria, so thank you. Last but not least, our next webinar is coming up this Wednesday with Leeds Beckett University from the UK. And next Saturday at 10 a.m., we welcome another Austrian university, Modul University from Vienna. You can view the full webinar schedule actually on our website, and you can register there as well. And yeah, with this, I wish everyone a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy the sun and stay cool. And yeah, Molly, have a wonderful rest of your evening in Austria. Thank you so much for being with us today. And yeah, take care. Goodbye, and see you on Wednesday. Bye, Molly.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.